Big congratulations to last week's winners, Comic Fam. Happy New Year. Let's talk some additional record breakers. Another year, another list. Comic Fam, hit the like, slap the subscribe. Every 7 days, we are covering additional record breakers, blowing up the comic scene. And on the line, broadcasting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth, we got the leader of the Gempire, GemMint from GemMint Collectibles. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. What's up, Tom? What's up, Comic Fam? It's like I haven't seen you guys since last year.
Loving the dad jokes, Gem. At the list at number 10, the book that became a key when it became a meme nearly 50 years after it was created. We have World's Finest, issue number 153. Batman slaps the Boy Wonder.
Now, we don't have any previous data for this book, but a CGC 5.0 did just sell for $410.
Which seems kind of crazy because I remember figuring this key book out almost a decade ago, and you could find this book for $5 and less, sometimes even in the $2 bin. Now, at the list at number 9, one of my favorite survival horror games, we have Aliens, Sega one-shots, The No Number.
Yeah, this was a comic book prequel that tied into the video game Aliens Isolation. A CGC 9.6, also no previous data, but recently selling for $650.
I'm wearing my Nintendo 64 shirt for a reason, Jem. We've seen so many video game franchises spike up in the comic scene because they cross fandoms. When the comic collectors kind of go light on video game comics, well, it's already a lower print. Well, when those comics end up getting up in value, it's harder to find them in higher grades. Look at Super Mario from Valiant, which has also spiked. The Last of Us, which is getting a rendition on the screen. This book is one that has gone missed, which is why there's no previous record sale and why the 9.6 just exceeded $600.
Moving on to number 8 on the list, we have Werewolf by Night, issue 33.
We have the second appearance of Moon Knight. You always got to watch those second appearances because the first appearances tend to spike quick, and then the second kind of gets left behind. The 9.4 is a great example. Prior record set just a month ago in November, selling for $1,350. That's up 69% this past week, now selling for $2,280. Next at the list, at number 7, Marvel Premiere issue number 2.
Yeah, just in case you thought the Adam Warlock spec was done for, back on the list with an honorable mention, the first time that Warlock is given the name Adam.
9.8s of this book don't come up often. We have a $550 sale that happened back in September, outdone by an increase of 173% sale this week, now selling for $1,500. That's an increase of $950 for this book.
Moving on to number 6 on the list, we have some mutant spec here. We have X-Men issue 3, the first appearance of the Blob. One of the main X-Men villains in those early days, one of the Brotherhood of Evil mutant members.
And we have a crazy uptick in price. And I'm going to tell you about it right after I remind you about the best comic app in existence, Key Collector Comics. Utilize code TOM101 to unlock a free 2-week subscription of the app in its entirety. But the majority of the app is free for everyone. And take a look at the runners up list. Aside from watching our video every week, there are an additional 20 to 30 sales that get recorded on the list we source all these comics from. And you got to keep up with the market. Keep up with us and take a look at this 7.0. First Blob selling back in March for $4,000, up 66% this week, blowing past the 6K marker, selling for $6,650. What's up, Butch?
Butch loves the Blob. Moving on to number 5 on the list, we're halfway through. We got Defenders issue number 1, the first solo title of the Defenders, who we might just get back in the MCU.
What is going on with this book, Gem? I'm looking at Defenders 1, the first solo title of the Defenders. Now, is this because of Charlie Cox? Is it because of the Kingpin's reprisal? Well, we have a 9.8 back in September selling for $2,473, and we're reporting on a 639% uptick, selling for $18,277. That's over $15,000 in an uptick. What's going on?
It seems like a lot of collectors also feel like the Defenders are coming back to the MCU.
What do you think about this monster sale, Comic Fam? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd enter you to win a House of Slaughter Davy Go variant. We have at the list at number 4, Brave and the Bold 34. We have the first Silver Age appearance of Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Yeah, it's about time we get some Thanagarian love up in here, man. With all the Marvel books, it's refreshing to see a DC key. And a lot of their Silver Age first appearances are more coveted because the Golden Age stuff just gets way out of price.
Out of price and more affordable? Kind of. We have a 9.4 back in 2020 going for $10,200. That's up 283% this week. We know we're going to see Hawkman in Black Adam. Well, the comic fam knows as well, and they're specking on this book. New price set at $39,111. Next at the list, at number 3, a pretty damn pricey Ghost Golden Age comic book. We have Wiz Comics number 1.
Wiz Comics number 1 is the first appearance and origin of Captain Marvel. Not Brie Larson, we're talking the character that would become Shazam. And this is a perfect example of those DC Golden Age first appearances that are so far out of reach. Shazam first appeared in the Bronze Age in Shazam number 1, which is a much more affordable and sought after book. Look how expensive Wiz number 1 is.
This comic has always been sought after and highly respected. Take a look at a 6.0 back in 2011, selling for $176,000. Well, a 6.0 came to market this past week. We saw a 119% uptick in price, selling for an all-new high, an increase of over $200,000, selling at $385,378. Hot damn, comic fan.
And then we got good old Marvel on the list. Coming in at number 2, their first appearances are a little bit easier. You have X-Men issue number 1, which is the first appearance of the X-Men, Professor X, and Magneto.
Kirby and Stan Lee goodness. We have a 9.0 to report on that demonstrates accurately the interest in mutant keys across the board. Last selling back in March for $95,000. The new 9.0 record is up 95%. Selling for $185,000.
Probably should have been number 3 and Wiz Comics number 1, but whatever. They're both banger sales. Before we jump into number 1, the hottest honorable mention on the list, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos. We're here twice a week for you.
Making comic book history, we have Superman issue number 1 at the list at number 1. The premiere issue, headlining Superman on the title. The origin of Superman, a classic cover by Joe Shuster, a 7.0 with no prior recorded data.
A beautiful yellow cover, an iconic cover, a big boy book that just sold for some big boy bucks, $2.6 million.
Hot damn! Do we have some monster sales as we enter into 2022? And by the way, Happy New Year, Gem, and Happy New Year to the comic fan, as always.
That's right, Happy New Year, everybody. Geek responsibly and stay minty fresh.
Enough said. Gem, where can they find us every single Wednesday?
Wednesdays are for Whatnot. You know I set off Whatnot Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific, followed by Danielle, Nerdy Girl. You got Skeleton Key, Comic Pops, Rage Theo, Comic Tom, Golden Age Guru. Am I leaving anybody out?
You know we got Russ the Comic Sensei on deck. Join us every single Wednesday on the best new app to buy and sell collectibles. Dollar Star auctions that last 60 seconds long. We got 2 other videos for you to check out. Have a good one and enjoy them. We made them for you.